Hi natural lover, welcome back to Everyday with Mandy. So in today's video I'm showing you how I made this lightweight, silky and deeply moisturizing leave-in conditioner using just simple natural ingredients you can prepare at home. This leave-in conditioner is designed to help support moisture balance, reduce breakage, soften dry strands and help your hair retain length. Now to begin, into a pot, you're going to go in with 1 cup of water. Next, you're going to add in your flaxseed. Yes, we are using 2 tablespoons of flaxseed for this recipe. So go ahead and add in your flaxseed into your 1 cup of water. I'm going to bring this to a gentle boil. I boiled for about 3 minutes and as you can see from the video, it's already beginning to thicken up. It's looking slippery and having this egg white consistency, and that shows that it's ready for us to go in with our second ingredient. So I'll go ahead and add in my already washed hibiscus leaves. You can also use the hibiscus powder if that's what you have in handy. And I'm going to allow this to boil for extra 2 minutes. Now here is the thing, if you want your leave-in conditioner to come out really pinkish, you can decide to add in your hibiscus from the beginning. That is immediately after adding your flaxseed. But since I don't want mine really deep pinkish, that's why I decided to add it 3 minutes after. So this particular step is a matter of choice. And after 2 minutes, it was ready. So I went ahead and turned off the heat and I went straight ahead to strain this as it's still very hot. I would really advise, before bringing down your mixture, make sure your strainer is already in position. So as you're bringing it down, you're straining it immediately. The truth is that as this gets cold, it thickens up and it might become nearly impossible for you to be able to strain the liquids out. Now over to this boiled seed. If you're able to store this properly in the fridge, you can use it for the second time and still get a very thick gel. You can see how beautiful our extracted gel is looking. Now on to the next ingredient. We'll be needing shea butter. I'm going to go ahead and add in 3 tablespoons of shea butter into this gel, and that is about 40 to 45 ml of shea butter. Now for this part, there are different methods you can use. You can decide to melt the shea butter using a double boiler method before adding it into your gel. For me personally, I always prefer to do it this way because it's faster and I don't need a refrigerator to solidify it or wait for it to solidify naturally. And after watching this video, I'm sure you will also prefer to use this particular method. Trust me, it's faster and less stressful. So what I'm doing here is just trying to mix this up really well. So I'm going to whisk this using this my spatula for a very short period until it looks this way. And looking at this, you will realize that they have actually married each other. Yes, it is properly mixed, both the gel and the shea butter. The next thing I did was to pour in some hot water into a bowl, then place this my mixture into it and give it a very good stir. This is going to help the shea butter melt really well into the gel, and we are not going to be having a lumpy looking leave-in conditioner at the end. And it should take you just few seconds for you to arrive at this look, at this consistency. Now take it off the hot water and give it like 5 minutes to cool down completely. That cooling down phase is actually important before you go in with this next ingredient, which is aloe vera gel. I use 2 tablespoons of aloe vera gel, and you can use either the store-bought aloe vera gel or you use a fresh aloe vera. Just go ahead, blend it and extract the gel. I'll use my little hand mixer to whip this properly. And here is the thing: if you don't have a hand mixer, please go ahead and use either your spoon, your spatula, or anything and continue whipping. The only difference is that it's going to take a bit longer time than when you're using a hand mixer. And I whipped this for about 3 to 5 minutes until I was able to get this silky and really smooth leave-in conditioner. And now I'm going to go ahead to add in a few drops of my lavender essential oil just to give this a really nice scent. And at this point, you can also go in with your vitamin E essential oil or a preservatives, but in this video I didn't use a preservatives, and I'll be showing you how I preserve this in case you will also not be using a preservative, so keep watching. Now, this is a reminder for you to give this video a thumbs up. If you have not yet liked this video, please hit the like button and give it a thumbs up. It will really go a long way. Now, the thing is that if you don't like this my consistency, as you're whipping, you can go ahead and melt some more shea butter and add it in order to thicken it up. But trust me, this is the best consistency you would ever have. And now, before I show you how to use this and how to store it properly, let's talk a little bit about the benefits of some of these ingredients. The flaxseed that we use in this recipe is very rich in mucilage, which creates a natural sleeve that helps with detangling and coil definition. It also contains omega-3 fatty acid, which helps reduce dryness and supports healthy hair. And the gel consistency coats the strands lightly, reducing friction and breakage. And now, hibiscus, on the other hand, contains antioxidant that helps strengthen hair strands, support thicker looking hair, and improve shine. And aloe vera is a very powerful humectant that helps attract moisture to our hair. It helps balance scalp pH, which is very important for a healthy growth. Aloe vera also enhances sleep, making this leave-in conditioner very easy to distribute. Now, to use this leave-in conditioner, I like to start off by damping my hair slightly with my herbal leave-in spray, or you can also use normal water. This leave-in conditioner is very versatile, which means you can use it in different stages of your hair care routine depending on what your hair needs. You can use it during your normal moisturizing routine at least 3 to 4 times in a week after spraying your hair, like I'm doing in this video. Just go ahead and apply a little amount of the leave-in conditioner to your hair, focusing more on the middle and the ends of your hair, because obviously that's where breakage takes place. You can also use this leave-in conditioner if you're trying to take down your braids, twists, or your protective styles. This leave-in conditioner can help reduce friction and breakage during the takedown process. Just apply it to your hair before you start unraveling your styles and allow it to soften the strands so the hair does not snap easily while removing the style. And you can also use this leave-in conditioner as a moisturizing base when you're installing a new protective style. Then lastly, you can also use this when you're doing a braid out or a twist out. This is going to help improve your coil definition and softness. And always remember, this is a very lightweight leave-in conditioner, so a little goes a long way. And this leave-in conditioner is very safe and okay to be used by all hair types. And before you ask, yes, guys, both natural and relaxed hair can use it. And because this leave-in conditioner contains water-based ingredients with no preservatives, you must store this properly in the refrigerator and use within 1 to 2 weeks. And with consistent use, you should notice softer strands, improve coil definition, reduce breakage, better moisture retention, a longer, thicker and more healthier hair. If you find this video helpful, like, drop a comment and subscribe. See you on my next one. Bye.